party that will be very, very pleased is the Greens, because of course Anthony is saying at this stage that they have probably 2 inner city seats in Balmain and in Newtown, and may well pick up Ballina and perhaps even Lismore. So Juanita Phillips is standing by with John Kaye from the Greens in the upper house.
Chris, I do indeed have a very excited and energised John Kaye sitting here with me. Now, John Kaye, you know that the Greens have taken Newtown.
We have taken Newtown,
Anthony
yes.
Green is also saying, looks like you've got Balmain and Lismore and Ballina also very likely. Possibly 4 seats.
Possibly 4 seats. Look, I want us all to stay a bit calm. There's a lot of counting to be done in all of those 3 seats. Certainly we have won Newtown. That's extremely exciting. Fabulous candidate, fantastic campaign, really resonated with the locals.
And it was one of the early results. It just came in like that.
Well, it's a big result. It's not. It's much. I'm the great psephological pessimist. I thought we were going to struggle much more, but we got it, and it's quite a comfortable seat. The other 3, we really have to wait till we get the final count there, but it does show that there was an enormous swing to the Greens in those key seats, the seats on the North Coast and the seats in the inner city.
That's such a fascinating story, what's happened on the North Coast, isn't it? That to think that the Greens are taking national seats.
National seats, yes. We bypassed the Labor phase and went straight to the adult phase of the Greens. Look, it's not surprising that really strong policies are 2 hot-button issues, TAFE and coal seam gas. The community knew that we'd been campaigning on those issues for a long time. Labor came on board with watered-down versions of our policy. But, you know, you've got to hand it to the community. They knew that we were genuine. They knew we were committed. We'd always been committed on those issues. And it was fabulous to see them coming to us. Again, I caution, I really want to see the final figures. But, and I also should say, 2 spectacular candidates as well. So.
And what about the inner city? What are the issues there? I guess Newtown, West Connects?
West Connects in both Newtown and Balmain, in my door knocking and phone calling in those areas, came up almost every time. But also schools, TAFE was a massive issue, huge concerns about marriage equality, particularly in Newtown. And those ever-present inner-city issues of housing affordability and rents, certainly in Newtown. Jenny Leong was a staunch advocate for trying to get rents under control with a very well-thought-out policy. I'm looking forward to seeing her taking that into the lower house and really pushing that issue really strongly.
And the other main game for the Greens, of course, is the upper house. How do you think things are going to turn out there? Oh,
look, so hard to tell. We'll be waiting around for a week or 2 before the button gets pushed and we know, and there's a lot rides on it. Electricity privatisation, we hope we have a mandate in the upper house to say very strongly no to electricity privatisation. I'm counting Fred Nile and the Christian Democrats as voting with the government. So it's going to come down to those last few seats, whether we get the amazing Justin Field elected to the upper house or whether it's the last national.
What do you think might happen, though, with Labor? Is there a possibility that now that Mike Baird has a mandate for his privatisation plans, that Labor might backflip on that in the upper house?
That would be a shocking outcome for Labor. It would possibly be the death warrant on the party, and I don't think they would be that silly. They were punished savagely when they privatised the generators and the retailers, electricity retailers, in the 2010-2011 period. The 2011 election, they were clobbered. Now they're saying we've made amends, we recognise that was wrong. If they show that atonement was indeed false, then you would expect not 1, 2, 3 or 4 seats for the Greens, but a whole lot more.
But on the other hand, I suppose they don't want to be seen as blocking and frustrating something that people of New South Wales have voted for.
Well, I don't know that the people of New South Wales have voted for it. And the upper house has a mandate as much as the government does. It's the people's house. It's proportionally represented. It has all sorts of people in it. And if those people get together with the Greens and hopefully with Labor and say no, then that's a mandate. That's a legitimate political outcome. And Mike Baird can't claim, in a bicameral and a 2-house system, he can't claim a mandate based on just winning the lower house, with a big swing against him, I might add.
All right, John Kaye, we'll leave it there. Well, I guess you'll be celebrating tonight.
A little bit, yeah.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
You're watching New South Wales votes coming to you live from the ABC Election Centre in Ultimo, but what we're seeing at the moment is the Liberal Party headquarters in the Sofitel in the city.